Hey guys, it's Jens. I'm back again with another video. This time it's something different from my usual vlogs. I'm doing a Draw My Life, and yes, that's me in cartoon form. Follow me on all my social medias. I have a Facebook, Yanni Cruz Maldonado. Twitter, probably the homie Jens is gonna work the best rather than the one I wrote here. And Snapchat too, I upload pretty regularly. Alright. So, it all began on February 8th, 1998 at 8:03 a.m. That is when ya girl was born. To two pretty awesome people. My mom's name is Guadalupe. She goes by Lupita, Lupe, but I like Guad. I call her Guad. And my dad's name is Juan. Pretty cool dude. So they're pretty awesome. I'm the first of four actually, so I'm the oldest. Yeah, look, there's me as a baby. Pretty good, pretty nice life. We used to live in Waukegan, Illinois. It was pretty great. We actually lived in a duplex, kind of looking like this, and they had a whole garden outside. There was this trail of rocks. We called it the River of Rocks. So many good times up there. And so we actually lived upstairs from my dad's brother and his family. So yeah, at first it was just the three of us. But then when I was about a year and 4 months, something around those times, June of 1999 to be exact, my parents gave me the news, or at least I think they did, I was a baby at the time, that my mom was pregnant. I was gonna have a little sister or brother. They actually thought it was a brother at first, but as it turns out, it was gonna be a sister, and Wens was gonna come into my life pretty soon, and I'm so glad she did. But at first, actually, I used to hate it when she was born. I used to hang out with my dad more than with my mom. I guess jealousy. I was just a little girl. So I became a daddy's girl. One of the best things of our house in Waukegan was probably the fact that we lived by this really huge field. And so Wens, my cousin Lalo, he goes by Eddie now, and I used to play outside all the time. We had this game called Adventure Game, and we had themes. We had Harry Potter. We had, what was it? Pokemon. Yeah, that Pokemon one was pretty fun. And a whole bunch of other ones. It was insane. But yeah, I'd say I've had a pretty awesome childhood. We lived outside. We were barely inside except for when we were probably watching Scooby-Doo. Or when we take our family trips to the zoo. We even went to the circus a couple times. I remember it was pretty cool. But in 2005, we found out that we were moving. My dad was getting relocated to somewhere in Kenosha, and we found a house here in Racine. I wasn't too scared. I was actually pretty excited to be moving. Then again, I was kind of little, so I didn't really even know what was going on. But we were moving to a whole different state, and that was going to be a whole new adventure for us. We got a house that's a few blocks from the lake, which at that point I didn't even know that it would have such a huge impact on my life, but man, I freaking love the lake. I remember when we first moved, I rushed to that particular room with the window and to beat out Wens because I didn't want her to have that one. It was bigger than the other one. But yeah, then I started second grade. I was pretty excited because I didn't have to wear my uniform anymore like I used to back in Waukegan. Also, I used to go to a school where they only spoke Spanish, and it was a bilingual school. So I was gonna have to adapt to all English. Though I was a shy little girl, I didn't have trouble making friends. I actually met my best friend Jenna there. She was pretty cool, and we used to hang out all the time in Mrs. Vaugh's second grade class. You know what's funny is that I actually had a crush on the same guy that she did back in second grade. I never told her though, so Jenna, if you're watching, I've had a crush on Isaiah too. Well, a little further into the year, we found out that my mom was pregnant again. So Wens and I were really excited that we were gonna have somebody else to play with. It wasn't just gonna be us two anymore. What we didn't know is that there would be a huge surprise there, but we wouldn't find out for a little bit. That summer in 2006, I actually went on my first international vacation. My mom couldn't travel because she was pregnant, and my dad stayed home to take care of her. And Wens was just too scared to go. She was 7 years old and I was 9. Like, what were we gonna be doing? I'm sorry, I was 9? I was 8. What were we gonna be doing in Mexico at that age? But I was with my godparents. I used to hang out with my cousin Andrea. she was like my best friend. We'd share everything. I met a lot of my family on our trip up there. I went to Michoacan. I also went to this place called Mazatlan. It's in Sinaloa. It's a very tropical, touristic place, kind of like Cancun or Acapulco, but Mazatlan. They used to make fun of me because I pronounced it Mazaplan with a P, and that's definitely not how you're supposed to pronounce it. When I came back, that's when the huge surprise was revealed. My mom told us that it was gonna be 2 babies and not 1. So we were gonna have 2 more people to play with now. The thing about my mom's pregnancy was that she was having some complications and she had to get a C-section done. Finally, on November 23rd, 2016, just kidding, 2006, Gabs and Nels were born. They were born at 2 and 4 pounds respectively. That's insane. So our little 4-people family became 6, and it was me, my dad, my mom, Wentz, Gabriela, and Daniela. Now we're gonna skip over to middle school because you guys probably don't want to see every single little detail. It would be such a long video. But Jenna was coming to Starbuck Middle School with me. That's where I met Hope. I remember her sitting at the lunch table and Jenna introducing me to her like, yeah, that's my friend Hope from her church class or something like that. But yeah, I'm so happy I met her. Hope is awesome. I got a lot of new friends in 6th grade. We were actually kind of like the popular group, kind of cringy, but we were pretty cool. We did all the cool things. And your girl was a trendsetter. I'm telling you now, I started boots with long socks. You know, we actually used to go to the school dances and I used to chug pixie sticks. Ugh, diabetes. And like, they used to dance really weird, like kind of twerking but not really twerking. Finally, in 8th grade, we got separated because our school was separated into 2 different groups per grade. And I was sad. I was sad without my friends. But we all joined volleyball. That's when I broke my left pinky. It went all the way back when we were playing a game against, I think it was Gilmore. And to be honest, I wasn't really good at it, but it was fun. 8th grade was when I made all my male friends. I still talk to at least one of them today, and I actually ended up dating one of them in high school. And to all of those that I missed, I am very, very sorry. Also, middle school was when my trademark happens. Everybody knows that when you see your girl Jens, I am sporting a mad cat eye winged liner look, because I rock that B. I also started doing my eyebrows in 8th grade and starting to care about what I look like. Finally, we graduated middle school. Oh, just kidding, it wasn't graduating, we were crossing the bridge. Your girl was heading to Case High School, and for the first time, I would be going to school without my best friend Jenna. She ended up going to Park. But Case was really fun. Hope and Kayleen and the other Jenna, the one that I call MF, was coming with me too. Those were the fastest 4 years of my life, like my cousin Alex had previously told me. The summer after my freshman year of high school, I will forever and always call it the Summer of Adventure 2013, because that's when I started vlogging, and my cousins would make fun of me for it. They were actually in town for my quinces. So it was my cousin Andrea and her friend Eva was in town. My cousin David and my cousin Aaron were in town from Texas too. We hadn't seen each other since we were little kids, but now we were gonna do some damage since we were out here, we were killing it. And my baby Brenda, she was little, but she was still kicking it with us. For the first time ever, I rode a limousine at my quinces. It was such a great party, honestly the best weekend of my entire life, no doubt. 3 things that I was really into was vlogging, well, quote-unquote vlogging. I would just record things in my iPhone 4S. Vine was super in, and not even those lame Vines. It was like, I'm gonna run through white people's neighborhoods with my shirt off kind of Vines. And Skrillex. Skrillex was super, like, I guess it was kind of cool at the time, but it was one of my favorites. Then fall came around, and I was so sad because that was such a great summer. School was back in session, all my family from Mexico was gone, everyone from Texas was back in Texas. But at least Wenz was coming in high school with me. I know she was scared. She can't deny it. I saw it. I saw that she was scared. But I was there to help her. As a big sister is. Y'all know how I am. Oh yeah, and I forgot to tell you guys, but at this time, I had my first boyfriend. His name was Luis. I really liked him. He was one of my chambelanes. We eventually broke up because he lived in Gurnee. But I was taking chemistry. It's the first time I was ever failing a class. Well, a D is failing to me, but I was failing. What kept me happy was my French class. I love French. Un jour, je vais aller à la France avec ma sœur. But really though, one day I'm gonna go to France. It's the fashion capital of the world, why not? I loved French class because Julia, who was like a big sister to me, was in that class, and my friend Christian Sotomayor, who is a very handsome guy. At this point, it was still sophomore year, and I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I knew I wanted to be a fashion designer when I graduated, but I didn't have a plan. Also, I was starting to get a crush on one of my friends. Which one was it? I did have a huge love for art though. My favorite media to paint in is actually acrylic. A lot of people hate it, but I love it. Oh yeah, but back to the crush. So, I started having this crush on my friend Derek. And that was all fun and games for the longest time, but it was also pretty treacherous, which resulted in my first heartbreak. Pretty terrible. Lucky for me, I had the best group of friends at the time. They are my family. It consists of Angelina, Lysandra, Victor, my sister, and me. Man, I love them so much. That summer, I still didn't have a job, so my girl Liz and I used to go to Six Flags almost every single Friday. I had a bae. Who knows what happened to him though? We call him my Ricochet bae, but we totally had a connection and we could have been together forever. Then I joined Link Crew, which was a program to basically mentor freshmen that were coming into high school. They said it looked good on applications for college. And yeah, senior year started. IB was kicking my life. For those of you that don't know, IB is the International Baccalaureate program. Then, in October, your girl got her first job. And I'm still there actually. It's called Apple Holler. It's an apple orchard, a restaurant. We do a whole bunch of things there, but your girl is assistant manager now, and it's pretty fun. Then in springtime, my guy AJ asked me to prom, and of course your girl said yes. My dress was blue and lacy. It showed a lot of cleavage, but I think it was pretty cool. And it had a slit. Man, I love slits. After prom, we went to the Dells. And we were staying at the Chula Vista. It was pretty fun. We went mini golfing, did all these fun things. And we went to, I can't remember what it's called, Moose Lodge, I think. But a really good eating place. Sprecher, too. Don't forget Sprecher. Then, your girl graduated high school. First in the fam, actually, believe it or not. So, it was a big accomplishment. All these years led up to this, and I even got some college credits along the way. After I graduated high school, I started working, like non-stop working every day. I even skipped out on my first semester of college so that I can get enough money to pay. That Christmas, I took a trip with my sister Wenz to Texas. We had Christmas and New Year's at Texas. It was so much fun. Oh my goodness. We went to these awesome places. We went to this place, Montrose. It was very hipster. And they had all these murals. Downtown Houston had murals. And while I was there, I found out that I got accepted into Parkside. So I was ecstatic. I was just so happy. I remember sitting at my tio's table, just reading my email like, yes, I got accepted. Another trip that we took, this one was recent, this one was this past summer. Me and the fam went to California. Unfortunately, Rita couldn't come with us, but she was moving on to bigger and better things. We went to Venice Beach, which I loved. I'm definitely going back. We went to the Hollywood sign, and I thought we were gonna hike right up to the sign, but it was far away. It was by an observatory. We went to other places too. Then I went to Parkside, which I was already there, but I went back because second semester, you know, my second semester of freshman year. Had so much fun. I started talking to this guy at work, Adam, and we are actually currently dating still. Man, I used to hate him at first, but I mean, he knows I used to hate him. We joke about it all the time. We'll see where that goes too. But yeah, 2018 is definitely gonna be my year. Greatness, like no distractions, 2018. Like, I know people, I'm gonna get money, I have all these new ideas, and people are always talking about how it's gonna be their year, but for real, like, there's no excuses. Only time will tell what happens, but time goes on. Your girl's gonna be living her best life she can. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching my Draw My Life. I'm so sorry that it was so long. And believe me, I tried making it shorter, but it was so hard. Especially because I did all this editing just on my phone. But yeah, stay tuned for my next videos. I mostly do vlogs. If you haven't seen any of my previous videos, subscribe, like, and we'll see you next time. Bye!